Hello, thank you for coming today. I teach Buddhism. I learn in purelandschool.com. If you want to learn Buddhism, I recommend you to go to this website and ask for a teacher to help you so you can also learn. Today I want to talk about the Four Noble Truths. This is something very famous or common in Buddhism. Anyone who have read anything about Buddhism would be familiar with this. But even if you grab a book here or there and have some idea of these Four Noble Truths, you might not be very clear about it, because other books that I've checked, they are not super clear about it. What are the Four Noble Truths? So in our school we have doctrine books. As a student, there's like steps, okay? So when you become a student in our school, you will learn the basics and then the advanced. And when you become a member, basically, you can have access to more material, and your understanding will be bigger, right? You will understand more. You will have a deeper understanding. So you can read. That doesn't mean you will understand, but you can read the doctrine books. These are like small books with a lot of information. And in the first doctrine book, Doctrine 1, question 16 explains this. So here are the Four Noble Truths. In the world of delusion, or the world of suffering, we can find the first truth. The truth of suffering, which is an effect. Because to suffer, or to have this opposite, like happiness and unhappiness, this is an effect. When you are feeling happy, or when you are feeling like suffering, when you're feeling bad, this is an effect. So there has to be a cause. In Buddhism, it is taught that everything that happens, everything at all, has a cause. That nothing comes out of nothing. You get it? Everything comes from somewhere. So that means that there is a cause for every result, for every effect. And happiness or suffering is an effect. So the Four Noble Truths are the truth of suffering as an effect, the truth of cause of suffering. What is the cause? Why do we suffer? What is the cause to our suffering? In Buddhism, it is taught that everyone in this world is suffering. Everyone, no exception. There is no two kinds of people. Everyone is suffering. So Buddhism exists in order for us to attain true happiness, to eliminate the cause of suffering. Because without the cause, there is no suffering. What is the cause of suffering? And then we work with that. So we eliminate the cause and there is no suffering. You get it? So first truth, truth of suffering as an effect. Truth of cause of suffering, the cause. Then, in the world of enlightenment, the other two truths, because there are four. So, the third, the truth of the cessation of suffering as an effect. How to attain the effect of cessation of suffering. How do we do so our suffering is eliminated? This is the third truth. And the fourth, truth of the way to the cessation of suffering, the cause. What do we do? What is the cause? So we can attain this effect of the cessation of suffering, of eliminating the cause of suffering. These are the Four Noble Truths. So as an explanation, the first one, truth of suffering as an effect. This means basically that life is suffering. Okay, life is suffering. 2, truth of cause of suffering, the cause. Just like I explained before, this is the truth that clarifies the cause of suffering. What is the cause of suffering? Why do we suffer? There's got to be something before that, right? Then the third, the truth of the cessation of suffering. This means that this clarifies true happiness. What is true happiness? What is happiness? And what is true happiness? So Buddhism teaches the existence or the truth of true happiness and how to attain, of course, how to get there. Then the fourth truth of the way to the cessation of suffering, the cause. What do we do, right? What do we do to get there? So the fourth truth clarifies the way to happiness. So these are the Four Noble Truths. I'm sure, I hope you have some questions, like what are they or what do we do, right? So about this I will talk about next time with more detail. But this is very common. It would be good if you are taking notes to write this down, so you know about the Four Noble Truths and you remember this as as you do when you study. Because this is all I do. I teach Buddhism. Okay, that's all for today's short video. Thank you. I hope to see you next time. Bye.